As I stood here, staring at this treasure chest, I wondered, who would put a treasure chest here? And what's inside of it anyway? I mean, it just seems very out of place to have a treasure chest right here. And while I was standing here contemplating this, I said, fuck it, why don't I just open it and find out? It's a feather, alright, great. So, hey guys, it's Zach, and welcome to episode 59 of Let's Play Chrono. In the last episode, we found out that Lavos is part of this world for somehow, like, you know, and this world is actually, you know, from the year 2300 AD, and which is kind of interesting. So how did this place exactly time travel? I hope we find out more about that a little later on, and then, you know, and also we found out that, I forget. Oh, yeah, that's right. We also entered the Tower of Geddon. Oh no, I don't want to. Okay, great. I don't want to fight these these enemies right here. They're a bit of a pain, and so yeah. Anyway, so yeah, then we also entered the Tower of Geddon and found out, you know, that really, yeah, this place is just like falling apart for some reason. And there's only one thing to get here, and that's this prop sword that's right here. If I can, there we go. Not really sure I'm ever gonna use that. I guess it's, you know, could be used as, you know, well, obviously a weapon, but it's it's kind of stupid, but anyways, yeah, so we, you know, we did a lot of cool things, and I don't know, I talked a lot about movies and whatnot. So, but in this episode, we're just gonna keep going through the Tower of Geddon here, and hope to find some more answers, maybe about Lavos, or maybe about just what exactly, you know, how exactly this got to be here, you know, from the year 2300 AD and such. And hey, look, it's a kid. Can't exactly recognize it, but it's a different kid than what Serge saw in the last episode. We're inside a building. Yeah, what's this they're doing in here? The place is beyond my way. Yeah, you're telling me, Harle. It's kind of a weird place. Anyway, so right. Okay, so I mean, you know, with this building, I'm still. I guess maybe Harle kind of did say that, like, she just doesn't understand this place, but still, I mean, I'm surprised that, like, you know, not one of them is really, like, shocked about this place or wondering, like, what is all of this. But I mean, you know, I guess, well, whatever. I mean, I'm sure they. Well, I would have accepted it later on. By the way, there's a hidden secret up here, so it should be a chest. There it is. Found a mithril. Yeah, you can't exactly see it, so you would never know that it was up here unless you just happened to climb the ladder and then was just wondering if there was anything up there. So it's kind of sneaky, the game developers, to put that in. But yeah, I mean, see, okay, so if I was in their shoes, I would definitely. I mean, I know I mentioned this last part, but yeah, like, okay, the first time entering the Dead Sea here with all this. Did I go up? No, I want. There we go. There. Yeah, like, okay, so, like, yeah, the first time, like, yeah, entering the Dead Sea with all this modern city shit, and I would actually, be a little surprised. I'd be wondering what everything is. Eventually, I would just accept it, like, oh, okay, well, whatever, I'll keep going, and such, and, well, what's this over here? Wait a minute, it looks like Riddle, and there's Glenn, and then over at the top is Karsh, and, well, these look like the Dragoons. It is unfortunate, but it appears they were held captive here before they died. It's due to the fate. They are so close, yet so far. No one can help them. Hey, look. Well, hey, look, it's a different kid this time. Those of you who played Chrono Trigger might remember that kid. Actually, you might remember all the kids. Well, but yeah, look, see, and what's nice is, like, you know, they just overlap everything. See, so they're like, you know, holograms or projections of the ones here. So this is how far the Dragoons made it before they died inside the Dead Sea. Well, then that begs the question, then how come, you know, Serge and the rest of our heroes here haven't died already yet either? You know, they're all just, well, they're just here. Like, I don't know, it's weird. Oh, hey, wait a minute, we got another. Well, okay, so there's the same kid again. They're kind of leading us to this, you know, portal, I guess. Are you all right? What's wrong? Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna try to keep changing my voice for Sprigg every now and then. You've been acting weird, strangely ever since we entered the building. Is that child again? There's no turning back now. We must keep going, Serge. I don't know. Thanks, Phoenix. Yeah, it actually kind of helps. You know, changing the voice because you can get me an idea. Oh yeah. So by the way, I didn't mention this when we walked in, but right there on to the right, yeah, that's where we get the medical book. So now you know where we are, in relation to everything else. See, because we came through that door after getting was that holy light from that chest and such, and yeah. But what was interesting is when I was going back to playing, or when I was editing, I wanted to see, well, do the images of the dragon show up, you know, during this, because I didn't remember, you know, when I was over there getting the medical book, you know, before, and they don't. You know, I clearly saw this, like, little, you know, turn right here, this block, and there was no one here. So it was like, oh, that's cool that they didn't, like, spoil it until timing was right, until you actually got to that specific spot or something. So, but, yeah, see, just like they all died and whatnot, it's kind of, you know, sad. So, anyway, let's go into this wormhole, because, well, there's nothing else we can do here. We can't help them and such, so. Whoa, hang a minute. A sunset. What's the cloud? Have the clouds from the Dead Sea cleared up? It appears that the dimension itself is more unstable elsewhere. It is to be the structure with completely different results from anywhere else. That is more harder than that is a lot harder than than it seemed. You know, to keep changing your voice. Luckily, the distortion to leave this place is still here, and good news for us. Let me know if that gets annoying, because I'll stop that. Right. Anyway, so, again, those of you who played Chrono Trigger might know what this is. This is a place where, this is the Enertron. You can use it to heal if you like. That's really about it. So... yeah, I really like the architecture here. This is like, I guess, the only bit of architecture that isn't, like, completely destroyed. Okay. Did we? I was like, what? Did we just get a level up from doing that? But you're still hungry. But we can't eat in this game. Okay, that's all. Maybe that's a fun little Easter egg, I guess. I don't know. Not really an Easter egg, but well, we're excited. I don't really use that machine at all, so yeah. Weird. Anyway, hang on a second. I gotta check on time, so I will be right back. Okay, I'm back, and wow, it's been just about 10 minutes. Okay, I wasn't sure, because see, sometimes I'm not paying attention to the clock, because, you know, I use just Fraps to record my audio now, or my commentary, instead of using Audacity like I did before, and so usually I use Audacity to time myself, which is fine, because I just have the emulator, like, you know, in a smaller window, and I can just look up to the top and see what time I'm at, but since I don't use, you know, Audacity anymore, then, or well, at least not for, you know, this LP anymore, I don't, I just use, Fraps, and then so I have and so I have to pay attention to the clock, because I don't have a timer on me, so I just pay attention to the clock and be like, okay, it's been roughly this minute, but sometimes I forget to look at the clock when I start recording, so I never, you know, I have to actually go and look at a folder in order to figure out, like, where I'm at. So now we have all 3 kids that we've been seeing throughout this whole place together in one area. That's interesting. And they keep leading us to this place. Very, very interesting. So, okay, well, let's get this last chest here. You know, because... Hellbound. Wait, did I miss a chest? Okay, no, never mind, I didn't. Yeah, I was just wondering, because it was just like, you know, I couldn't remember. It was just like, I'm pretty sure I didn't miss a chest at all. But I don't know. I guess it doesn't really matter. I don't really care. So, okay, well, it seems like they're leading us up here, so might as well, you know, see what's going on here and everything. Hey, they're all here. Okay, so now here's where you might remember them. Does you play Chrono Trigger? You know, now you got a better look at them and everything. So what's on here on this plaque? Cause everything. And why did Sprigg and Harle just change spots there? AD 1000. Nadia's bell. May our prayers for peace ring on for eternity. Interesting. But Nadia's bell will never be heard again. Never. I have no idea who Nadia is, but I'm pretty sure it's a Chrono Trigger reference. No. Everyone worked to save the planet's future for nothing. It's all because of you. You killed it. You! Well, jeez. What did I do? So many lives were supposed to be saved. This planet was to be healed with love, hope, and dreams. Oh, okay. That's awesome. I'm all for that, but how could you? How could you do such a thing? What did I do? It's all your fault that the world is going to end up like this. It's all your fault, Serge. Okay, so seriously, what did Serge do to make the future get destroyed? You know, and is there any way that I can fix it? You know, just tell me. Just, you know, tell Serge. Murderer. Okay, someone want to give me a straight answer here? And they all disappeared. Who are those children? It's all your Serge's fault. That the world, it will end up like this. Don't let it bother you. It's just a distant echo from one's far gone. It's just an illusion. Oh, okay, so none of this is real? Or, well, at least those children, you know, aren't real. Hey, wait a minute. It's a man. Welcome to the Tower of Geddon. Time crash ground zero. It's been a while, Serge, but I guess you don't remember who I am. I don't blame you. You were only a little child back then. Very interesting, very interesting. I'm Miguel, a friend of your father. Oh, so it's Lena's father is right here. He's been inside the Dead Sea the whole time. According to the time outside, it's been about 14 years since the night of the storm. Oh, okay, great. So we got more. So we're finally getting more answers to that backstory too. What happened 14 years ago? What is this place? Hey, look, yeah, this it's very different from what we've been traveling through. And so but this was back then was called the Sea of Eden, and now it's called the Dead Sea. So clearly something has happened, because this is not what we traveled through. The Dead Sea looked a lot different than this. I don't know, but I don't think we're supposed to know about it. That child. That wounded child. Bring him to me. Who said that? What was that? Who's there? Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth, Miguel. Wait, Wazuki! Where are you going? There's no way we can set sail again in this storm. Yeah, it's a pretty... Yeah, I can agree to that. We don't have a second to waste, or else Serge will... But... I don't care what lies ahead of us. I'm going. There's no way I'll allow my son to die without a fight. I appreciate it if you waited for me here. Thank you for coming tonight, Miguel. Thank you. Thank you very much, email. You just ruined the moment. No, wait, Wazuki! Okay. Sorry, yeah, the email. Got a new message. Yes, I've been here in this very place for 14 years. So, yeah, he's been stuck here for 14... Why didn't he ever try to escape? It wasn't like this when I got here, though. Yeah, well, that was very clear. I mean, you were definitely in a different spot, or everything wasn't destroyed. An incident that occurred 10 years ago transformed it into the Dead Sea. Ah, okay, so 14 years ago, it was called the Sea of Eden, and it looked like that. And, you know, and that makes sense given the story that we heard. And then 10 years ago, this entire area got transformed into the Dead Sea. So, interesting. So, okay. So this is definitely a different world, I guess. Or maybe a different future. Don't you know? There's nothing in the world as ruthless or impartial as death. All living matter ages over time and eventually dies, no matter how mighty or tiny the life force. So being alive means you're creeping closer to death with every second. Well, okay, I didn't know Miguel was pessimistic, but okay. Or Miguel, whatever. But there's none of that here. No one and nothing ages. Nothing wastes away. Well, yeah, because time is frozen, which is why you're still alive. This quiet, boundless, and beautiful world. An ideal world, straight out of a fairy tale, isn't it? A place and time that belongs to no one. Res nullius, whatever. That's because this is a future that was eliminated. Oh, okay. So, alright, so then, yeah, like I said, this makes sense. So, 10 years ago, this place that was called the Sea of Eden and looked totally different got replaced with a future that was destroyed and became the Dead Sea. So I wonder what happened that could have changed that. History is composed of choices and divergencies. Each choice you make creates a new world and it brings forth a new future. But at the same time, you're eliminating a different future with the choices you didn't make. So, okay. So it's operating on string theory? Is that right? If someone, you know, wants to correct me on that, please feel free to leave a comment. But I'm pretty sure that's what string theory states, isn't it? Like, there's only one string that vibrates, and that's continuous, and that's the present that we live in, or the timeline that we live in, and all other strings, you know, all the other strings stop vibrating, all the other futures disappear, or something like that. If that's not the definition of string theory, I apologize. That's what I seem to remember. Or if I'm thinking of something else, but I don't know. Anyway. A future denied of all existence because of a change in the past. So what happened? What happened to destroy the future? Or what happened to erase this destroyed future from existence? And what happened to bring it back? A future that was destroyed even before it was born rests here, condensed into the Dead Sea. Makes sense. Because it's not clear in the rest of the world. How can this be? Fate. Our lives are governed by fate. Wait a minute, fate? And it's capitalized just like Lynx said when he took Serge's body back, you know, back a few episodes ago in, you know, wait, I'm forgetting the name of that tower, shoot, well, you know what I mean. You know, when he took Serge's body. I will have to throw up an annotation on there because I cannot think of it right now. Anyway, yeah, that's interesting. So, with fate being capitalized, the F being capitalized, it seems like fate is a character. Fate knows all and... Or maybe it isn't, you know. Fate knows all and controls all. No one can run from fate. Even your presence here was predestined, long, long ago. Wouldn't you all like to become one with this world? To be part of eternity? How about it, Serge? You need no longer struggle alone, nor fear an uncertain tomorrow. Well, what do you say? It's a pretty, I don't know. Well, okay, so basically, you know, there really isn't anything you can do here. If you choose to accept, then Harle and Sprigg will just be like, what? No, we have to, you know, we have stuff to do. We can't just live here and die. You know, basically, that's what they'll say. But honestly, I refuse. You know, fate is okay, but, you know, I don't like the idea that I'm not in control of my life. So I'm gonna refuse. I see. I guess there's only one thing left to do then. I take it you're trying to restore the dimensional distortion. Yes, that's right, actually. We need to get back to another world so that, you know, we can find out, you know, I mean, just, Lord knows what, you know, Serge, or what, Lynx is doing to that world inside of Serge's body. I mean, the whole place could be destroyed by now. I take it you're trying to restore the dimensional oh yeah, wait, I already read that, sorry. If you defeat me and liberate this place, the distortion will return to the way it was. Oh, okay, great. So this whole reason of going inside the Dead Sea was not only to learn more about what happened 14 years ago, but more of, you know, to restore the dimensional distortion. Okay. I guess that is it. Just as there are times of peace, there are times of war. You don't have to hold back. Attack me with all your soul if you wish to live. Let fate take its course. And now we have a battle. And it is a battle that is actually a little challenging. It's not as hard as Garai, but it is hard. Like, he has, you know, a couple of attacks that really, you know, just are very painful. And so, yeah. Anyway, I think I will stop here because we are out of time. It's been, holy cow, it's been probably like 20 minutes. Let's see here. Well, yeah, it's been like you know, over 20 minutes. So, yeah. But this is a great place to start because in the next episode we will actually take on Miguel and, you know, defeat him because, well, we got to restore the dimensional distortion. But, you know, we learned a lot of things quite interesting here today, you know, or in this episode. So this future once was destroyed in the past, but now is, you know, brought back into existence. Why? You know, and you know, like, so it was once the same and it got replaced by this destroyed future that no longer existed. So, I wonder what happened to bring it back and everything. And, you know, it's like, So, more questions, or, well, we got a few answers, but we still have some more questions as to what happened. So, well, I think they'll be answered in the next episode. Once we beat him, we'll, you know, it'll be awesome and such, and then we'll get back to another world and do some other cool things. So, thank you very much for watching. Please follow me on Twitter. And if you liked what you saw, please feel free to click the logo, my logo that appears on the right-hand side of the screen now. And, yeah, sounds awesome. So, thank you very much for watching again, and I will see you in the next episode where we will take down Miguel. See you guys then.